from being like the sub that should be the starter to, back to being the sub. So he left and he won Worlds 4 with that team.
Welcome everybody. We're doing something a little bit different today. You may or may not recognize this game called Rocket League. I think it's brand new. I think it just came out like sometime like this month or something like that. So I'm checking this out for the first time ever. I'm just kidding. No, this game has been out for years, and it's amazing. It's been something that's been in my life, and my lovely little friend here, who's not so little because he's a big man right in the Rocket League world that is Mr. Owning Toaster. Hello, yak yak.
Dude, we back out here every time I'm in the streets.
Dude, like we met at Extra Life United like how many years ago? Like 4.5 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
In like the Rocket League squad.
Yeah, I hit up the president of our Extra Life Guild here in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I was like, I don't know anybody going because I had worked in hotels and I wasn't on a team or anything. I just paid my way because I was a hotel guy and I made it cheap to make the trip. And I had done Extra Life for a little bit in 2015 and got my silver medal. He's like, oh, there's this guy Dan, and then there's Siren was who else that he mentioned would be there. So you guys were like my little California group huddle. Like if I won a game, I'd come over and I'd see you guys. I'd be like, hey guys, I won a game. You guys would be like, good job, man. I'd be like, yeah, California. It's just
well, we're all playing for the same hospital. Actually, no. Siren was playing for the San Diego hospital, which is where I eventually moved to anyway. But yeah, I think that year I came home with like a couple $100, and then you came home with like several $1,000. It was pretty great.
For a second, they gave me $26,750. It was mind blowing that you could get that for a second.
The Benioff, was the UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital.
Yeah, that was before they merged, I think. So it felt like children's. It was still Children's Miracle Network Hospital, but these days it's UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital, San Francisco and Oakland. It's
nice.
Such a mouthful.
So yeah, but we raised some money playing Rocket League, and I was like, dude, let's play some more Rocket League. So I hit up OT. I was like, yo, teach me how to not be a noob again, because every time I play this game, I gotta spend like a couple hours trying to learn everything again. So this first video is probably gonna be pretty cringy, but I think we'll get it in. But you've been playing quite a bit. We'll get into the game. We'll talk about it. What should I start with? Let's go casual.
Me and you could duel. We could play twos. We can play the extra modes.
Let's play casual doubles.
Do threes. We can play with Dan's. Yeah, sure.
Do a casual doubles. I think we'll make this happen. And then,
oh my God, the UA is so nice.
But yeah, like, what is Rocket League like in this day and age?
In this day and age, I feel like it's becoming. I think for a while there, it didn't have its due as like a top 5 esport in terms of like international attention. But I really do feel like it still sits around that 5th spot. Like there's League of Legends, Overwatch, there's CS:GO still is clinging on, right?
Boom.
But for a while there, this was number 5, and I think that the only thing that sucks is COVID knocked out Worlds. So there's not really this feel that you know who the world's best team is. You think you know based on how they did in European and American nationals, but it's not the same thing.
Right. But like, so did they knock out a bunch of stuff for esports, or did they actually run some this year?
They just knocked out all the international. There was just a bunch of NA super regionals. I think that they did multiple ones of them, like an NA regional 1, 2, and 3 or something.
Did they do anything with like Overwatch? Did Overwatch League stop, or I don't even know anything about that anymore?
I don't even know what OWL has done for anything, man. I would love to. I think I applied to work with the Shock Energy San Francisco area team or whatever because I knew somebody on that thing, and they didn't get back to your boy. Understandable.
Your boy.
Your boy. But I don't know, because I still have a staged 1 champions thing from when they did really well that one year and they won the whole Jammers.
Oh yeah, SF. That was like a year or 2 ago or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Because I got to cast the California State Fair, Apex and Rocket League, and they were there. But this one girl who does voice acting now, Erin, she was on their community team at the time. And became one of the community leads. It was cool. I don't know.
No,
I
there's.
hope they're doing all right.
I'm just wondering, because obviously I want everybody to be safe, but curious as to how that kind of played out, because it's weird these are video games, right? We can play them on the internet, but being live is such an important piece to it, you know?
To esports, yeah, esports has been hurt a lot by COVID. I don't think people really who are on the outside appreciate that because esports still needs an IRL in-person component for it to. I just got styled on. Place for it to get its money from. You know, it can't all float on venture capitalist seed money forever. Sometimes you gotta throw a big ass event and charge tickets.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah, we have the longest consecutive wave record in Rocket League.
What does that mean?
In a sporting events, like at the last World Championship of Rocket League, we did the wave for the most a sports crowd has ever done it.
Oh, I was like, oh, the actual wave. I was like, wait a second, what are we talking about here?
Okay, no, I'm not. Oh, wait, they messed up.
Yeah, you're good.
Now they're being rude. They're bullying me. They're trying to video game on me.
Trying to video? They gamers? They got gamer chairs?
The game, dude. Don't eat. I was looking at gamer chairs on Black Friday. I was like, no, I have. Do you still have the same one?
The mesh chair?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have the same one.
Me and Dano have the exact same chair, everyone.
I need a new one though. It's like worn in.
Yeah, I feel you. So I'm starting to look at them, and it's like Black Friday deals. But I'm a big boy. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, there's always 3 tiers to those gamer chair companies. There's like the little racer spider webby looking one. There's like the medium one, and then there's like the big dank executive chair.
Right.
And I always feel like this thickness needs
big
the
baller
executive chair. Yeah. But I just can't get out of bed in the morning and be like, I'm gonna spend $500 on a chair that should be way less. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but you can also go to Herman Miller and spend like $1,300 on a chair too.
True, but like those are almost well deserved accolades.
Oh yeah, for sure. But still, it's a lot of money, you know. I feel it.
It is. Well, I mean, the smart people I hear get them on consignment, the Herman Millers, you know.
Well, yeah.
Like
I don't know if I'd pay the full retail price, you know.
Yeah.
Although it's one of those things.
You don't want a Logitech Herman Miller chair.
Well, the good thing is, even with the Logitech name, it's still, you know,
the
same price.
It's bonkers.
Because it's the same thing.
I feel like Herman Miller snobs, as opposed to Logitech snobs, would be like, oh, gaming trash should not, you know.
Gaming trash should not be using Herman Millers. What are they talking about?
Yeah, no. They probably just think that it's like a travesty that a Logitech X Herman Miller is the same price as a Herman Miller.
Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I like that's funny. The thing. It's what I was talking about. You like expect it to be more money just because it has the name on it. But you know, I mean, I don't know. It's like. It's apparently they're nice, but everybody I've talked to is like, I don't know if it's $1,300 nice.
Yeah, I mean, God, you never know. You could become one of those garage sale-y kind of hunters.
At the same time, you want to take care of your back, you know, especially when you're gaming for as long as we do.
Yeah, it's like the same argument about like mattresses, right?
Shoes and mattresses.
Amount of your life sleeping, take care of it. It's like the same thing within the chair.
Mattresses are expensive too.
What's chair time looking like? You know what I mean? I got these thousands of hours of Rocket League, but in chair, brother, that video game, tens of thousands.
Oh yeah, I did buy a. Oh, nice. I did buy a standing desk, which is nice. That's changed a little bit.
I've looked at those. How's that? You enjoy it or nay?
Yeah, it's nice. When I remember to use it, it's pretty nice. But sometimes I'm like, oh, I've been sitting for 9 hours, and I totally forgot about it. The stream's over, so I guess I'm just gonna go walk around. Nice.
Oh, I thought we were down 2-1. I went.
No. We up.
What the hell? No wonder he quit. That's why he doesn't have a label. He didn't have a name tag because he had already quit.
Oh no.
Put your name in there. See, I got the melon in the boosty.
The melon. The watermelon.
Yes, sir. The watermelon. It's interesting. I just think that like Rocket League as a whole has kind of faded. It hasn't faded, but it's kind of sunk in. It's made its impact, its impression. It's seeing a second renaissance with Epic Games picking it up, right? There screens all over the place with 1 million+ players.
It's a staple now.
Yeah, it's a staple now, especially because you can get the little Zoomers who get bored of Fortnite. And they're like, why don't I just crank up some Rocket League because it's free and I installed it, you know?
Yeah.
Getting new players. I have yet to see the renaissance of like, God, I want to say just like who's the new toppest players for the simple reason that he does play. and he's new. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just like the new players should have new stars, but because the international scene has been so choked, I feel like they're not emerging as prominently as you would like. There should be some famous Rocket League player, at least that most other esports aware individuals just hear about because he's popped on the scene so emphatically.
You're talking like a faker, right? You're talking like a...
Could be seeing the next Rocket League faker, but without like RLCS Worlds, there's nobody to really highlight in that manner. Without there being that little asterisk of, in his region,
right.
not world.
Well, what about before that? There was nobody in that situation?
I think Turbo Pulse is the biggest faker-esque person we've ever had, for the simple fact that...
I mean, I know that name, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Turbo Pulsa won 3 as a sub. He run RCS 3 as a sub. I was there.
Yeah.
And what kind of cemented his legacy was he didn't get to play on that team next season. He won with them, and he's like, hey, how about, since we won at Worlds, I'm now, like, the starter. Instead of the guy replaced. Nothing. They're like, no, we're going back to our starting lineup, but, we thank you for your shit. And he joined another team.
That seems to be...
and he won.
It seems to be like one of those... What those big organizations just kind of do. Like... They don't... Like, I think they did in, like, actual, like, regular physical sports for a long time. But they've since changed that because of new coaches and whatnot. But I think for the most part, that there's something to say about like this is your position to lose, and that doesn't change. Also with like how much money they pay, some of their athletes and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
but this is esports is different, right? Like they don't. Do they each get their own like signing bonus and salary and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh god, CS was insane.
Yeah, CS is also
like,
it's the old school one too.
Like $250,000 contracts for some of the big ones. You know what I mean? Like 40,000 a month plus kind of shit going on for salaries, like, and probably more than like Taco and okay, let's go, Dan. We're gonna have to get you some gold explosions, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
I know you've got some.
I think I have some. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like so. Turbo Pulsar, right?
Yeah.
He got changed from being like the sub that should be the starter to back to being the sub. So he left and he won Worlds 4 with that team. He's like, you think I'm the sub? I'm gonna beat that lineup you didn't let me be a part of on my own with my new team. And then they got signed to Danotage and they won the 5th one too. So he won 3 in a row, starting from being a sub.
So
he's snubbed.
He's what you're talking about. He's the Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he's like the big faker boy. I
Steph
think
Curry.
Personally, I think Garrett G is in that mention distance. He's the only player besides Fireburner who's been at every Worlds ever as a participant, even though he didn't win all the time. And he was the one who in RLCS 6 or was it 7 actually broke the NA curse and won against Turbo Pulsa. He ended the Turbo reign.
Right.
So that was cool. And then he joined them. Then they picked up Turbo for NRG. So it's funny how everything comes full circle eventually.
That's some Amazon money, man.
Yeah, when you're like a household name, right?
Yeah.
So that's why, I feel like we're due for somebody new and interesting, but I don't keep enough tabs to know like who that is right now. And they haven't pushed him to the prominence because this national stuff is. Also, quick moment, look, the fruit match. There, it's all watermelon. Watermelon.
Now, do you think
like,
that next year that might change?
If they do a world somehow, yes. I don't know how they would do it because I really do think that like the vaccine is going to change a lot of stuff. But I think it's still a full calendar year out from being where everybody expects it really to be. You got it? Hell yeah. Because like before this whole Pfizer versus, not Madera, what's the M company name that has the 95% effective COVID vaccine?
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, they're duking it out, right? Pfizer announced 2 weeks ago that they had a 90% effective in clinical trials COVID vaccine.
Right.
And then it's like something like a 5 to 9 letter word that starts with M. Company was like, yo, we got 95 plus.
Right.
And they're the ones who are going to score the contract to make millions. And, on the, I messed that.
I messed that up too.
Yeah. On the tier of like, the polio vaccine, right?
Yeah.
I don't think about those things, but there must have been a company who did the polio vaccine back then, right? Like one company.
Which is so dumb because like, what like that just because of how much money is involved, that just gives them more reason to lie about it too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And it's just like, I don't know, in the age where like 3D printing is the expectation and like everybody wants to like share stuff, you would, it's kind of a travesty that we haven't allowed other people to like manufacture this.
Right.
But at the same time, it makes sense. Like it's a medically thing that millions are going to take that are healthy, so we got to be careful.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things. Like, yeah.
But like, are we really going to trust Pfizer X this other company with like the entire country?
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it's hard, dude.
The entire country. Yeah, dude.
I know like St. Jude's been working on some good stuff too, but like they don't do it for profit, so they don't get like a lot of that backing and funding with like, trying to get a bunch of people on board,
Yeah. Well, they get a certain amount of accolades. I mean, everybody knows St. Jude's, but it's not the same as funding. Yeah.
True.
I don't know. Sometimes some of what I've ever heard, because you never, especially in charity, want to down one cause to support another.
Yeah.
I think that's like super unproductive. But like I've always done Extra Life and never really gotten around to St. Jude, and I'd always say that. But I had one person say that it's somewhat like because it's a research hospital, it's kind of like the difference between a public hospital and like maybe like Dr. House's hospital, where like special cases are like investigated and stuff like that.
Well, it's just different. So like Extra Life, Extra Life takes care of the kid and how they actually spend their time in the hospital, whereas the St. Jude does that too, but they're more on the scientific side, making sure that they're finding the cures. So basically they work together in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense.
But
I mean, they're both great.
The only negative I ever heard was that people said that is basically like if you didn't have a special case, your odds of ending up at St. Jude were lessened.
I mean, probably.
Like special research-worthy cases more.
That's probably true. They can only take so many though.
Yeah, true.
Oops, messed that up.
August. Did you go to the last summit?
The last summit. Yeah, the last one they did. That was the only one I've been to.
Yeah, how was it?
That was cool. I mean, you go in the hospital, you get to actually see the hospital, which is pretty huge. Get to meet a bunch of people. It's great. Yeah.
Didn't they do a PS4 that you all signed and stuff or something?
Yeah, we all signed a PS4, which was cool.
Of the ones that were on it that I know you and Nell and probably a few other people. Sham was there too, right? Sham and Nell.
I don't remember exactly who was there.
It seems like it was a huge ass group this time.
It was a pretty group. It was the biggest group that had ever gone for sure, because they brought a bunch of new people, and then obviously their thing is to keep bringing back the same people every year, so it just kind of grows no matter what.
Yeah, kind of like Extra Life. I mean, honestly, I'll be real with you. Seeing that photo made me want to go. I was like, dang, I need to try and figure out how to squeeze some play live into the programming so that I can go to that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's we try our best. Now I'm working directly with GCX, which is 100% dedicated to St. Jude, and it's just there's all kinds of things to juggle. It's not charity is a fun thing to do, but there's just so much, because I also work with like Stack Up and military charities and making sure people are safe and whatnot. There's all kinds of things, man.
Oh yeah, I think the Rocket League thing for. One for Gaming for Good, and then one for the accessibility charity. I think, like, Able Gamers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Able Gamers is great, too.
Yeah.
Your boy Steven Spawn, work with him, all this stuff. Yeah. Good stuff, man.
That's the guy with the very forward-facing Twitter presence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all over the place, man.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
he's fantastic. There's a bunch of cool things, man. Like, charity is charity. Like, as long as you find ones that do good work, just support whatever you think you believe in most,
That's why I like Tiltify. Because people come to me and ask, like, I want to do this charity. Mm-hmm. Can you do that through Extra Life? And it's like, clearly I haven't educated super hard about what Extra Life is, because, like, the answer is definitely not through Extra Life. But there's other ways to do what you do for Extra Life for other causes. And I feel like Tiltify basically facilitates that need.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Tiltify is the website where charities go to get listed, and then that's how they use that platform for people to donate. So that there's a trusted source, and you know where your money's going, and you know that it's going to get to that charity without having to do some weird third-party thing. All right, Slim Jim. What's Slim Jim doing?
That just reminds me of, like, Better Twitch TV. It's like a third-party thing, and I don't know. Reminds me. That's what the doc said about enabling BTTV back in the day.
Oh.
So whenever you hear third-party in Twitch lingo, it makes people spam the Force and CDs.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we pointed out the other day that Force and CD, that emote, is 2 banned streamers in one now. After the Force and ban the other week.
Wait, is Force and gone too?
he's not permanently gone. He showed a girl in a horse. In a very Lewinsky kind of situation.
Really?
Yeah, somebody debated him with a link. So
Oh,
the girl,
no.
Yeah, dude. Somebody, like, everybody was ranting about how, like, over-aggressive Twitch moderation is.
Yeah.
And then they get a donation. They're like, dude, he showed a girl sucking off a horse. He's like, oh, I didn't know it was that bad. Never mind. Yeah, he probably should have gotten banned. Like, Asmongold had to walk that one back.
Oh my god.
He was like 45 seconds into a rant about how Twitch has double standards and moderating this and that, and then somebody pops into his chat with the facts. He's like, oh, no,
It makes you wonder if like that was partially on purpose, you know? Like obviously it probably, well, I shouldn't say obvious. It probably wasn't, but you know, somebody who like Forsen's pretty smart. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Oh, you think how much of this is stunts for like?
Yeah, exactly. Because now, like, we're
yeah.
talking about it now, and I'm sure other people are talking about it.
It's interesting because like it's a dangerous and slippery slope. Because like if that's for content, then everything's for content. You'll never believe.
Yeah, of
anything
course.
Genuine, whatever. But some stuff I agree on Twitch is so cheesy. How could that not be scripted? And if it's not scripted, that's ridiculous. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah, that's very. It's like the luck factor is huge because I've been doing this for 6 years, and stuff like that doesn't happen. And I just because it's like easy to pay attention to, you know. But
and I feel like when you're at that level for that long, you should know better. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
or people pay people to know better.
Yeah, because like the worst mistake I've made recently is I accidentally shielded about it too hard, so I stopped writing about it in your chat the other day when I rated you. But I'm doing an Amazon stream, right?
Yeah.
Where people submit links and then we vote yes, and I have to hit buy. We're using part of my Sony bonus of my new work, so it's not like, hey, thanks for the Twitch check, losers. Watch me like blow it on Amazon.
Yeah, sure.
But it's gonna be fun, and the thing
Wait, so
about it
explain
is
this
people
again.
put
What
links,
is
and
it doing?
Somebody put up a dildo link and I clicked it this week on Twitch, but it was like half a frame, and then I had to delete everything, and then I had to fucking time out that guy, and I was like, listen, Paul, not funny. Funny, but not funny. Oh my god. It's like a clear one too, and it was standing at attention in the picture.
What else is it gonna do? You think it's gonna go flaccid?
I mean, if it had a suction cup, so yeah, I guess
yeah,
of
course.
It's pretty dedicated to the verticality.
It ain't gonna sit down, if you know what I mean. That dog gonna hunt.
I mean, that's why it's got the 5-star review, man. If it was a
I mean,
floppy dog,
apparently it works, dude. Yeah, you don't want a flop. You don't want a floppy one.
Yeah. But so the rules are, nothing TOS unfriendly, right? So nothing like that. That's why he got timed out. And I remembered, hey, maybe I shouldn't have display capture on the first time I click an Amazon link. You know?
Or at least the second monitor you look it on.
Yeah. Well, if your thing automatically pops up on main monitor.
Oh, that's
I don't
true.
have a 2 PC setup. I'm working on that right now, actually. Now that we have budget.
Well, just
full-time job and all.
No, just open a browser. You copy the link and you paste it in a new tab. Just so you know.
Listen, Dano out here with the big brain advice, everybody.
just so it doesn't pop up on screen.
No, we got to actually do one of these episodes where we talk about the full drama, because what I do is there's this great YouTube compiler. His name is Streamers Reloaded. That's his channel name. His name is Tom. He's from the UK, and he's easily the best weekly digest of what's happened. Like the Forsen ban and the XQC stream snipe from Twitch Rivals.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you know about. That's what I was mentioning in our DM. Yeah.
I do know about that, yeah.
What's your take on that? I said I would pick your brain in the tweet. I got to do it now.
I mean, like, yeah, what he did was wrong, but he knows it was wrong. And he didn't, I don't know why he didn't know at the time, but I guess it's probably because it was, what game is that? Fall Guys, right? Which is, I mean, inherently just a silly game where it doesn't really matter too much, but there's money involved, so it does matter.
Yeah,
so he should have known that.
Contextualize it a little bit. For those who don't know, right, we had GlitchCon, which was the replacement TwitchCon of sorts, the digital version this year because of COVID. And in it, there was a Twitch Rivals competition for Fall Guys. And XQC was against, I think, Dr. Lupo's team for third place.
Yeah.
And XQC stream sniped and held back the last player on Dr. Lupo's team so that the player wouldn't qualify and their team would be eliminated. And he used stream sniping to do this, which is universally considered wrong. But part of his argument was, one, it's Fall Guys, who cares? And two, hey, he was getting stream sniped in a positive manner, getting fed free wins from his positive community. etc., etc.
Right.
So what I did is like counteracting that at worst. You know,
Right.
that's
So like
his-
inherently, yeah, he pointed out there's an inherent flaw in the system, right? And that makes sense. But at the same time, he also used that to his advantage, which you know, he it's wrong, and he knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
Like maybe he didn't know it at the time or didn't think about it, whatever. But he knew about it afterwards. He apologized. I don't know if somebody told him to apologize, but at the same time, like,
oh, he's on Luminosity now. He better have had somebody tell him.
Somebody had to tell him something.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the reason I say that somebody probably told him, or whether or not, I'm not here to talk trash about another streamer, but at the same time, he apologized. It was fine. He did it. But like, this is the same guy that also tweeted, "Politics is cringe," and then just last Friday is on a Among Us stream with 2 politicians. So I don't know, man.
The AOC one, did he?
Yeah, he was with
he get the
AOC
second one?
and Jugmeat. So Jugmeat Singh.
Oh, okay, that was the second one. No, AOC did
Yeah, the
one
second
first,
one.
and him and Trainwrecks didn't get invited, and that was the whole thing too. I can't believe how many news cycles we're behind in terms of what I've covered on YouTube before. That's awesome. There's a lot.
Yeah, no, that just happened on Friday, so it's brand new. But yeah, he was
I
he
saw
was
the
there.
Jugmeat one. Yeah, that's okay. I didn't know the roster because I saw the Twitter hype around it, and I didn't see exactly who got to play.
Well, it was my buddy Ryan who actually got that whole thing started in the first place. Oh, let's
sick.
exit to main
Wait, what's
menu.
his-
Northern Lion?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lion. That's tight. Look at you go.
So I mean,
don't be knowing people, by the way.
we got some three games, and I think that was pretty good for our first run in. We got 2 wins. 2 to 1. That's not bad.
Dude,
I think
we
that's
could've won
pretty
that
okay.
one. We got to work on your rotations.
Yeah,
you need to be more
probably.
greedy.
Yeah, probably.
You want to get to see if
Yeah, we'll get into the next video. So if you guys watch this, thank you so much. Please subscribe to Owning Toaster. You're just Owning Toaster on YouTube, are you not?
Yeah.
Yeah, so subscribe to Owning Toaster on YouTube. Go follow him on Twitch. And then, yeah, you can subscribe right here and like the video. Like the stream. He's doing the live stream right here on YouTube as well. Just enjoy it. And we'll be back next time. Goodbye.